Don't mind me being sweaty. I ran a mile just to get to this point here, and it's like 88 degrees right now at 7 p.m. So that's just the Florida summer for you. But recently I switched away from the Apple Watch to the COROS Pace 3 ecosystem. I'll give my whole review when I'm ready for that. But with the COROS ecosystem, you get access to this running fitness test. And with the running fitness test, it analyzes your different heart rates in a certain speed workout. Shout out to Houdini, where Eminem says, I'm going to sprint today, which I'm going to do. But COROS analyzes your heart rates at different zones. And this workout, you get progressively faster and faster. And then it spits out like different types of paces. So like what your easy run pace is at, what your VO2 max pace is at, what your threshold pace is at, even though sometimes those words can be like kind of used interchangeably, like threshold and VO2 max. But anyways, it spits out that like your different paces for those different phrases. And then it also spits out a race predictor. And then even though the Chicago Marathon recently said I'm just too slow for it because it dropped down the qualifying time from 3:05, which I did because I got 2:57 in the marathon, all the way down past my time to 2:55. So now I don't have a guaranteed spot for the Chicago Marathon next year. There's still the lottery. I'll shoot for that. But I am way faster than those times that COROS spit out just from a couple easy runs. Like I'm mostly like for my 5K in the low 18s, definitely below 19 flat, even though I haven't ran a tri or 5K in a couple months. I'm nowhere near like a 20:30, that's saying now. So I'm going to do this speed workout. I'm doing this around like a park loop, and it should be like definitely taking a place in my week for a speed workout because I'm going to get faster and faster, go from like a marathon effort to a 10K effort to a 5K effort, and then keep on pushing until I max out my heart rate. And one last thing before I go and inevitably take off my shirt because it's that Cali out here, that humid, is that the COROS requires you to give it your resting heart rate. And I did that this morning. It was around 53, 54. So even though when I sleep, it goes down into like the upper 30s, when I'm just like sitting down, it's like 40s, 50s, 60s. Here's the park as we're approaching sunset. I'm wearing my carbon plated shoes to help me out. Then I'm on the warm up right now, but since I already warmed up, I'm just taking it super light. So now I gotta do a 7:06 to like 7:45 pace for 25 minutes. As I'm passing by the geese, it's funny to see a timer count down instead of up. But this pace is easy. I could sustain this for a while. It goes from the 25 minutes into the 3, no break. It's still asking me for another test. It's asking me for 5:14 to 4:40 pace. For 3 minutes, I can't sustain that. Oh, I don't know if it's like the heart rate monitor is just off, but I was full out sprinting. We're at the cool down now. Now I'm walking. It was asking me for like my mile PR. That was actually really difficult. It's not asking me for another test. So ideally, crossing my fingers, even though I only sprinted for a minute out of the 3 minutes for that last speed segment. Hopefully it tracks something and predicts something at the end of this. Ay, cabron. No test. All right, well that failed. Here's my splits though. I hit all the paces except for the last one. That was just too difficult without rest. And I felt like I was going like all out on the second to last rep. But my heart rate was only reaching like 181 when I guess it could max out like 190, and that's what the watch was looking for. My race predictors did go up after this workout. Still has my 5K at like a 20:30. There's no way that's true, but it is what it is, and there's no way I'm doing that again. And por cierto, that's 11 millas on the day. As I was walking home to the sunset, I was disappointed, not only because I was walking and not running home, because I was so exhausted from the workout. The watch told me I failed, and I felt like I failed myself in the workout, even though it was a great effort by me. Getting to your max heart rate isn't easy, especially when COROS doesn't really set the expectations perfectly, because going at the beginning, they didn't say that I could reach that 4th extra level. But it seems like other people have difficulty completing it also. Probably could have done more research knowing about the lack of rest and set expectations right. But I made my smoothie. That made myself feel a little bit better.